Hey everybody, CBH here, and in today's video I'll just be playing some Aggro Prophecy Battlemage on the Legend ladder. It's been a while since I gave this deck any time in a video on the channel, and I do like the deck quite a bit. It's one of the staple aggro decks in the game. Its popularity has waned a little bit in recent weeks, but it has always been part of the meta, at least for many months, and at least in some capacity. So in today's version we're going to be testing out Fnatic's recent version from the TESL Champion Series. I believe he got second place using this in his lineup along with some token strategies. I'm not exactly sure how the deck performed for him. The one match I was able to catch of his, it was banned by his opponent in the 5-deck last class standing format, but notably he's playing a ton of Prophecies, as you'd expect, 33. One of the numbers you'd probably see most often in the Aggro Battlemage list currently. Some play Sharpshooter Scout, some play Camlorn Sentinel, but a lot of the Prophecies are just staple. Very simple aggressive deck that uses all that high prophecy density to get an edge against other aggressive decks. Some interesting card choices from Fnatic are the 3 Blighted Elites, able to pack quite a punch for a 3-cost creature, as well as dealing your damage to your own face, which can then give you the free tempo if you get those prophecy creatures off of your runes. He's also playing 3 copies of Grabwood Ambusher, which I keep putting in and out of the list as sort of a tech choice in the Prophecy Aggro Battle Mages for me. Definitely not a staple in all metas, but due to the prevalence of the token strategies like Token Mage and Token Crusader, he's probably including these Grabwoods to be a really powerful potential tempo swing against those decks. So this is the list we'll be going with and taking to the ladder. Hopefully we can get some wins, and as always, if you enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like, stay subscribed to the channel for more Legends content, follow my stream in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Here's some Prophecy Aggro Battlemage on the ladder. Alright, let's see what kind of matchup we got. First, a Sorcerer. So that's kind of where we want to be, right? Mid-range Sorcerer would be a favorable matchup for us. Unless they have a ton of Dark Guardians to start things off. I'd like a more aggressive 2-drop.
May you walk on warm sands.
And we got a couple, nice. And it's okay to draw our Prophecies in this matchup because there are just so many of them.
We'll see how they like someone who fights.
So I do think starting with the Protector is more correct here because we could wind up in a situation where we need to stick something in the shadow lane, not get attacked for a turn, and then push for that extra bit of damage at the end of the game if we're just trying to get just that last extra bit of damage to end the game. You can't do that with the Protector because it does have Guard, which can be a downside. In my most recent version, I think I was playing Wardcrafter over Protector, and then I was playing some other Prophecy over the Blighted Elite, maybe Camlorn Sentinel to sort of make up the difference in Prophecies, maybe even Sharpshooter Scout or something. But I do remember Wardcrafter being in the list, and I think it's still a fine option.
As long as I draw breath.
I think I'll go ahead and save my Ring Charge for now and just get out another 2-drop. Hero does have viability not just as an attacker, but also because it has the 2 damage ping that we can get.
Your blood will spill.
Fortunately, he can't play this Firebolt now if he hits it. He does. He's already putting something in the shadow lane. He's already hitting a Prophecy. This is exactly how we don't want this game to start. Oh! Mystic Dragon. Well, this has been a skillful back and forth battle. Let's jam a Mystic Dragon of our own. Can't play it in the left anymore because then he trades into it, Firebolts it, attacks over this, and he's left with the last thing standing in the field lane, which means I still can't play in it. So I guess that leaves the only option, which is Mystic in the shadow lane, or I just use the Garnag now. Using the Garnag means he'd have to trade this and the Firebolt in, and then he trades evenly there. But he still only spends 1 Magicka, he has 3 Magicka to develop in the field lane, so the same situation more than likely arises. But if I play in the shadow lane now, I never get the field lane back. Thank you, free 4/4 on turn 3. Likely more stats than he'll be able to develop on his own turn. Let's see. Time is running out. It's a tough call. Fighting for the field lane against that early amount of stats just seems nigh impossible, so I won't even attempt it. Hopefully he gets a bit prematurely aggressive and punishes... Well, that's good for me. That's basically the same amount of stats. I'm always sort of unsure whether or not I really want to record a video of Prophecy Aggro Battlemage because I know it does not paint Prophecies themselves in a very positive light, but I do enjoy the deck. We can actually get the 4 damage in from this if we go for Afflicted and Hero first. We can get him down to 20, then get him down to 16, and I think that's good. Didn't use the Firebolt yet, so can attack into the 4/3, Firebolt one of these, but still get him out of damage.
I used to be an adventurer.
And a good use of our magic, I think.
Protect the Harbinger. My destiny is fulfilled. I have you.
As long as he doesn't play a creature along with this, don't be Dark Guardian. Okay, well, he would have played Dark Guardian first, more than likely to draw a card. Not ideal, but potentially not the worst. Tempted to play Garneg over Mystic Dragon here, simply because... Well, first of all, I can play it in the field lane if I want, which will give me the opportunity to trade with that, or go face if he doesn't shackle it or something. And also, it does not die to Lightning Bolt.
We must protect the Night Mother.
I don't think the game's going to go on too long to really care about this card's effect. And it's not like there are a lot of cards we can bypass. This card is important against control decks to save for Red Brahmin or Dawn's Wrath or stuff like that. That one cannot go in the field lane currently.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Does he take the trade? It looks like he's going to. Oh, Wardcrafter. Okay, not Wardcrafter, that's good. So 9 damage on board. Use the dagger. So what you see is what you get pretty much with this board. You shouldn't be able to add more damage. Well, Fate Weaver is worse than Mystic Dragon, but I can't play Mystic Dragon and Camlorn Hero this turn. So I think I go for Fate Weaver and try to get something for free. Playing it first so I can maybe get more cool Gatekeeper. There we go. That adds some damage. And blocks that. Very important there. Oh, we should be cordial.
You have this one's gratitude.
It's only polite, guys. Honestly, though, that brings up a good point. If you guys are tilted by emotes, definitely mute your opponents. Uh-oh, that's not good. But I think a little back and forth every now and then is kind of fun.
So, it has been written.
Nicely done.
A little bit more back and forth. Alright, well, we have not enough damage to kill him, but I don't think he can ever really come back unless he has double Lightning Bolt. Or he gets a Prophecy here, so we will, I think more cool Mystic Dragon is the plan. We get him to 6. And then we're saving the Magicka in case he gets another Mystic Dragon for us to have a Lightning Bolt option available to us. And yeah, we can play this wherever pretty much, but it doesn't really matter since we have lethal just from our hand. So he needs to have double Lightning Bolt or we can kill him next turn.
I have many important things on my mind.
Good, but not good enough. However, oh, okay, so it is important that he did that to face. Or he could have done it on this as well, right? Because that just would have been 2 less damage. I'd still be at 4, which means a Lightning Bolt would have been able to kill me off a Prophecy. But since he gave me the Battle Mace, I would have drawn it anyway. I do get to bypass the last rune there, so a Prophecy Bolt is not even an option. But a very close game. Completely decided by the Prophecies, of course. But I don't think we made any mistakes, and that's what's important. Alright, so Mage is definitely not our preferred matchup if it's control.
Honor and praise to you. May you walk on warm sands.
We get a handful of aggressive 2-drops. It could be Token Mage, it could be Mid-Range Mage. We either get to play against Control Mage, which is not ideal, or we get to play against one of the decks with Dawnstar Healer, which is, again, not ideal. But since we have the Circle Initiate in our hand now, I guess I'll start with the Afflicted Elit, which deals 2+3 over the starting 2 turns, which is kind of the ideal thing to play to preempt the Circle Initiate, so we can immediately get a 4-3 on the board.
Careful there, friend.
Alright, a lot of Control Mages play Wardcrafter currently, so that doesn't tell me too much.
I am ready to join the circle. My destiny is fulfilled.
Your blood will spill.
Again, doesn't tell me too much about his deck. We could go for a Harpy of our own, but that doesn't really do too much here. Usually I'd like getting Greystone down first, but if I do that, he's definitely going to attack it, so it seems kind of like a moot point here. That'll definitely be where the attack goes, and here I can play Elit, because Elit's already going to die. One of the Afflicted Elits is going to die to this Word Crafter.
Your blood will spill.
Unfortunately, another one eats another Firebolt. Schemer, right, so definitely control.
Nice try. Care to go again?
We have Morkel plus Greystone. Depending on what he played there, it could have been like a cast out plus Greystone, but I don't think that's really worth a cast out. But I think we have to play in the right now.
Close ranks. Let
Get the
nothing
attack
through.
in first. Alright, no Prophecy, that's good.
This should be good.
Well, you say that, but it's still a bad matchup. Takes a 3 for 3 just to clear the board. It's almost tempting, but it just gets wrecked by a piercing javelin if I played the battle mace on it right now. I've already seen 2 firebolts and an ice storm at least. Maybe it does survive. Maybe it doesn't deem it worthy of a javelin and I can use this battle mace to add 4 points of damage next turn. Interesting. In the same lane. Well, cast out punishes that pretty hard. Now, it's definitely important not to hit a Prophecy there, because what this does is now mean he has to replay it, and unless he has a ring into another Harpy, there's no way to remove this threat while replaying the Undying Dragon, so he's got to have removal for this, otherwise the 8 plus the Lightning Bolt that I drew is going to be lethal, so it kind of nullifies the Undying Dragon. Alright, no Harpy. No Harpy, that's good. It's definitely ideal. And we get a playable creature as well. I'd rather send 8 to face than 4 to face. That's not ideal. Please don't be another Knight of the Hour. Okay.
I used to be in
Oh god.
like you.
It hurts so much. Still better than Knight of the Hour, which is essentially a Javelin plus a heal in this situation. So maybe he feels safe to play the Undying Dragon this turn on the clear board. The Cameron hero sticking would have been so critical there. Let's just top deck another Lightning Bolter and Encano.
Friend.
Or Harpy in a pinch, that'll get the job done, or Earthbone, but needs some... Oh, Gratwood Ambush is not very good here. I could take off the ward, but it doesn't make it easier to kill because the Ward Crafter kills the Gratwood. He heals for 5, I get a card, I have 4 in the Shadow Lane.
There is plenty for all.
But in reality I don't, because this is now the Manticora turn. So it was a valiant effort, but I think we missed our window just by a bit. Maybe it was the Prophecy Javelin number 2 that did us in. You live by the prophecies, you die by the prophecies. Hey, that would have been better than Gratwood here, by a lot. That would have been way better. That's one of those key control cards we were talking about negating in the last matchup. Alright, I think... Well, we get another cast. So theoretically here we do this. We do this. He has no removal, no shackle, no guards, and we top deck exactly Encano. Or maybe... the third Afflicted Elit into a Prophecy Lightning Bolt. Looks like the whole dream is dead. Unless he just gives me cards here and free creatures, that'd be very nice of him. Lighted to lit, huh? I don't want it to die immediately. Here's that Undying Dragon, it just won't die!
Nice try. Care to go again?
So, it has been written.
Close ranks. Let nothing through. Close ranks. Let nothing through.
We'll have to target the one that's not immediately attackable. So now he heals up to 14. His life total just keeps getting higher and higher. It's going the wrong direction. 14, I have 7. How do I find 7? Well, that helps. Unless he has a Dawn's Wrath or an Odiving, or another Manticora, or a... Well, Marok's not even... Marok's still pretty bad. Oh, man. Ugh. Yeah. Yep. That's why taking over the field lane is important. It forces the aggro deck into the shadow lane, and then a lot of things just wreck them. Alright, well, I can finally deal with it, but I think it's a bit too late because I'm probably dead this turn. Even if he didn't have the extra damage there, he could have just stalled and removed my board if he felt like attacking. Even if I did have that board and he went in without having lethal for some reason, I would not have been able to top deck 7 damage. We know that a card in the hand was not very helpful there. Alright, well again we have the ring and 2 aggressive 2-drops, so I think that is what we will keep. Definitely a fine hand. We would usually like the ring, if we could help it, which we can't.
I have an extra quiver, thank the 8. We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
Even against what we think is other aggressive decks, we don't have to actually contest things usually at the beginning. If we do that, we might actually fall behind. If we let the Prophecies do their work, then we have a lot more chance. That is a different kind of card, though. One that I'm very tempted to try to contest. Because of how it can just sort of take over a game. Now, I do have the Earthbone Spinner, but do I want to commit to that play being what I want to do next turn? I think not. I think I'd like to play this in the right.
Ready to join the circle.
Just to keep my options open. Yikes. Yikes. Double yikes. Oh, triple yikes.
That's close enough.
That was a very good turn. For him, obviously. I'm gonna do the unthinkable and not attack him there. I want him to go aggressive. I want to benefit from the Prophecies, and I have to clear this lane up if I want to win this game, I think. But I also have to get Prophecies if I want to win this game. And this is not the absolute best Prophecy, but it is something.
See how they like someone who fights back.
That's close enough.
The absolute best is just like Mystic Dragon, right? Alright. So we do have the Cast Out Harpy play available to us.
As long as I draw breath.
That's a very expensive card to replay. I think I'm just gonna try to clear. Not where this deck wants to be, but I think it's correct here. He put a very impressive presence in the Shadow Lane very quickly with the Almeria Patriots.
Training is over. It's time to act.
They will not get past me.
That's just what the doctor ordered. That'll help us clear. Now, do we want to Gratwood first so he doesn't get any heal off a Prophecy creature? Or do we want to see if any Prophecy creatures with 1 health, like a Greystone Ravager, would come out?
As long as I draw breath.
There is plenty for all.
Plenty indeed. Damn.
We'll rebuild Skyrim.
You take defeat.
Right, we even have the opportunity to silence that and trade a bit if we want. We have 11 on board. We could turn that into 15 with the Battle Mace. I think I'd rather play guys this turn. If I went for silence, I'd play Greystone with it. I'd hit for 7, put him at 13. We'd have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 on the board. I think that's fine.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
As long as I draw breath. This should be good.
It's going to keep the lane split for any potential response to things. I don't think it's too relevant here. We are going to be trying to kill him next turn.
The moons give this one strength. The moons give this one strength.
third Crowd Ambusher would be pretty sick here, but I don't think we need it if we're just gonna kill him.
For the Emperor.
Killing him is no longer an option. But he does have an incredibly weak board.
The day is mine.
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
We just leave him at 6, and if one of these creatures lives on our side, we can just battle mace it up and kill him.
Steadfast, brothers. We'll hold, no matter what.
It's a good day to die.
Alright,